what was Building 7?
Erica Kirk has happily revealed that she is 8 weeks pregnant.
Not only are the shorelines going to come up on the coast, California's a completely failed experiment.
Hey, Segovia, back with another one. Hope everyone out there's having a good day, y'all. We got a good one coming up today. We got California going underwater. Fault lines are crumbling as we speak. We got AI Atlas. We got Erica Kirk dropping a bombshell saying she's pregnant. Like, you can't make this stuff up, y'all. Shall we begin? Let's get into it, y'all. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I think the world ended in 2012. Okay? Now, a couple things happened. For one, you guys know about CERN, right?
No.
Okay, CERN, the Hydrogen Collider. And what that is they discovered the God particle through that. And they've been doing tests since this thing is fired up that have to do with what makes up the universe, the secrets of the universe, right? So since this thing has fired up in 2012, they said in theory it could have collapsed time itself or Earth, or ended the Earth from what we know it, right? Because they're smashing atoms together and doing all these different things. So that fired up in 2012. What movie was about a world-ending event?
2012?
2012. Okay. So after all that, I think after 2012, other timelines have been colliding with each other, right? So the world we knew ended. And now what we're seeing is layers of different realities happening. So to that point, that lady may be from somewhere, another timeline that's not from ours, that bled into ours and then disappeared. Now there's another story about something similar happening back in the 50s. This guy came into the airport and they were like, "This place doesn't exist." Same thing. I believe it might have been the same place. It sounded very similar to that. You had a passport. You said, "Hey, I'm from here. It's in between here and here, somewhere in Europe." Never existed. And then they locked him in a room, interrogated him for hours. And then they leave and they come back. They locked him up. He's still in the room. He's gone.
It's the same thing that happened to the lady.
Yeah.
Same thing that happened to the lady.
Same thing.
They don't
know where she is.
They said she disappeared.
Disappeared in the room. They locked the room.
And then allegedly they found her somewhere else on the street, but it was just it wasn't her anymore.
So I think that's what we're seeing. Because again, we could come up with theories and all this other stuff, but I try to connect the dots in, what reality and documented evidence and what things are actually happening. Because if you look into CERN, that is happening. That is real.
Whoa. Look at him just sitting there. Oh my gosh. He sees it. He sees it.
Thing's a beast.
Oh, he's mad. He's mad. Okay, yeah, we're backing up.
Erica Kirk has happily revealed that she is 8 weeks pregnant with Charlie Kirk's child, saying it was him, leaving his final gift to the world. The only problem with that is Charlie Kirk died 10 weeks ago. The widow of Charlie Kirk has announced that she's pregnant with what would have been their third child together, except there's a slight issue. The dates don't quite add up, with even Charlie Kirk superfans saying, "The math just ain't mathing on this one." Vice President JD Vance was the first to congratulate the expectant mother on Twitter, saying that the child will be a light in the darkness that will hopefully get to grow up in a quite peaceful America, something that his father never got to experience. "I will love and cherish him, because if it isn't him, I would recommend an abortion as if he were my own son. We are all Charlie Kirk now. We've all been where he has." This weird congratulatory message has led many people to rekindle the rumour that Erica Kirk and JD Vance may have been hooking up after Charlie Kirk's accidental death.
You know what we should do? We should erase the debt. All these creditors, they have fucked us for so long. Why doesn't Trump fuck them? Why doesn't he say, "Hey, guess what? We're going to do a one-time debt relief for all the consumers like he's done for the biggest companies in the world. These guys are the richest people in the world, bro. If you wiped out consumer debt, it would actually make them richer because people would go out, the economy would go up, and they would get it right back. And not only would they get it right back, everybody would be in a better position to spend more. So they would take a little hit for a bigger gain later, but they won't do it because it's pure greed. We are slaves. Period. And until we fucking acknowledge that and get pissed about it, nothing will change.
This has never happened before in recorded history. A whole country this morning woke up to the news I don't think they were ever expecting. For the first time in roughly 10,000 years, this volcano has come back from the dead. And not only did its explosion send ash up to 15 kilometers in the sky, which is significantly higher than commercial airplanes fly at, but this massive plume can be seen from space. Now, while fortunately the volcano is located in northeast Ethiopia, which is one of the hottest and least inhabitable regions on Earth, the emissions are so intense that they're now drifting towards neighboring countries as well. And this thing can be spotted in villages hundreds of kilometers away. Jeez! Happy Monday, Ethiopia!
Yo, y'all gotta see this. This is wild, man. They told y'all that digital ID was coming to the UK. Nah, it's already here, bro. So there is this band called Massive Attack in the UK, yeah, with a name like that, right? In one of their live shows recently, they were using facial recognition technology in their crowd, y'all. Their entire crowd. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Not wristbands, y'all. Not metal detectors, but facial scanning technology. And it looked like the people are okay with it too. Look at the people in the crowd. Look.
Of course they're okay with it.
Taking pictures and they look happy to be there. Like, my question is, do they know about this? Like, I thought people was against this. England, I thought y'all were against facial recognition and artificial intelligence. Why y'all look like y'all having a good time? Look at this guy. They look like they're having a great time, bro. What is going on there? Every single one of them. So this is truly data harvesting at its peak, y'all. You guys signed up for this? This band is doing this? Now again, y'all, this is soft disclosure to all of you guys who love going to concerts, man. Something bigger is coming with this. But then again, it looks like you guys are all having fun and you guys are for this, y'all. The shift is here, man. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Talk about hacking computers, hacking smartphones, hacking bank accounts. But the big story of our era is the ability to hack human beings. And by this I mean that if you have enough data and you have enough computing power, you can understand people better than they understand themselves. And then you can manipulate them in ways which were previously impossible. And in such a situation, the old democratic system stopped functioning. We need to reinvent democracy for this new era in which humans are now hackable animals. You know, the whole idea that humans have, you know, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over. There is a lot of talk about...
Like, what is it going to be like? Like, yeah, for us, we're going to be like, no, we're not okay with that. But, like, my great-grandkids, it's just going to be the normal thing for them, right? I'm sure our great-grandparents, the thought of a debit card, they're like, no, you're not taking away our cash. But look how normal it is for us. Like, we don't think twice. We use debit cards. We use credit cards where they charge us interest to use money, right? So I'm sure, what is our great-grandkids' society going to be like? What's going to be their normal? Because, you know, we had pushback. I'm sure our grandparents, our parents, you know, had pushback to turning to plastic debit cards, getting rid of cash, slowly getting rid of it. Pennies are gone. What is our great-grandkids going to be like? Are they going to be injected with, you know, digital ID right off the bat in their skin when they're born? That might be the new normal. You know, we'll be long gone to fight for that.
That at least a significant number of things that people think are aliens are demons. I'm going to say that, and I believe that for a few reasons. Number one, there is way more evidence for the existence of God than the existence of aliens. Way more. But it's really interesting. Ephesians 2 describes Satan, listen to this language, as the prince of the powers of the air. So people are like, oh man, we're seeing all these unexplained phenomenon in the air and da-da-da-da. Okay. The Bible says that, hey, what is Satan? He's the god of this world and he's the prince of the powers of the air. Another one, if you go down the rabbit hole, and I do not recommend that for a reason I'm going to say in a second.
I agree with you.
There are a weird number of alien abduction, quote unquote, testimonies that they report that when they invoke the name of Jesus, that the encounter ceases. If you want to go listen, there's a podcast called Haunted Cosmos that has an episode called Evangelistic Aliens, where they trace, okay, all these people who claim to have had encounters with aliens, UFOs, what were the messages they were giving you? They're overtly religious messages that are like anti-Christ, anti-Christian messages. So then you start going like, well, what do demons do? They are agents of lies, intentionally, commissioned to lead people away from Jesus. Well, what does it seem like the quote unquote aliens do? That. Here's the last one that I'll say, dude. I have a person that I love very dearly and I'm very close to. Well, then this guy goes through a season of very, very severe depression. And I was very close to this guy. So then eventually he stumbles into a thoroughly Christian counselor. And this Christian counselor has him go through a checklist for essentially spiritual warfare. And one of the things on this guy's checklist was, it was like, hey, are you into the occult? Are you into this? Are you into that? No. And then one of the things on the checklist was, do you have a fascination, or like, are you studying UFOs, aliens? And he was like, well, what's that got to do with anything? Yeah, I am. This guy explains to him that he believes there's a connection between these things. His Christian counselor disciples him. Hey man, I want you to fast for a season from having anything to do with that fascination or obsession. And this guy does that, devotes himself to a season of prayer. His depression is completely released. The two things that are the most important are, number one, understanding that my problems are more spiritual than I think they are. If this world is lorded over by a father of lies and there is the reality of unholy spirits, how much more do we need to be filled with the power of the Holy Spirit? Greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world.
But Ashanti, man.
No way.
This shit 403. A lot of people don't know this. I'm giving you top-notch
classified information.
Yeah, that bitch a man. Yeah, but I wrote the song for her husband, and he a bitch. Yeah. So they both kind of like in different positions. No, I wrote Country Grammar for Nelly.
No way.
Yeah, but I ain't write it for Nelly. See, a lot of people like, oh, can't believe you, but it's kind of like true. I didn't write it for Nelly. I actually wrote it for Ali, and Ali kind of like gave it to Nelly.
Okay.
So it's still mine.
So Ali was the homie.
Yeah.
Is he still a homie?
Fuck, come on, guys, stop playing with me. Fuck you, I don't fuck you, my homie. Nah, I don't fuck with him no more. But listen, last time I talked to him, he tried to fight me. This big ass nigga wanted to fight me. Stop playing, I'll shoot you. I needed my switch. Right? Cause I'm not gonna fight this big nigga, like, and he broke too. Like, you fighting a big broke nigga that used to be rich, it's gonna be kind of hard. He gonna whoop your ass. I ain't dumb. I'm rich, gang. So I'm rich, he poor. He used to be rich, I used to be poor. He gonna whoop my ass.
Extra vengeance.
Yeah, he gonna whoop my ass. But yeah, he offered to fight me, gang. Like, man, what the
You got nothing to lose.
What was Building 7?
I think that there needs to be some questions to special ops as to whether or not, as way of fact, that any bombs were planted in the couches of that building.
Why do you say couches?
I just happen to wonder if bombs were planted in the couches by special ops.
You happen to wonder? I mean, that's not something you would arrive at just sort of randomly, the couches. Everyone talks about the columns and the fireproofing, but you're saying...
I'm just throwing that out. Building 7, that's what I could say. It's not my area.
Yeah.
I gotta show you this, what I learned. You gotta see this. Who likes Taco Bell hot sauce, huh? I do. Well, I used to. I gotta show you what I learned. This Taco Bell hot sauce is gonna clean this rusty hammer. I'll be back. Let me set it up. I gotta get the gloves on because some of you guys have issues with people not putting fucking gloves on their hands.
I'm one of them. That's me.
Yeah, them motherfuckers are ready. Okay, show them.
Jeez, Grandma.
Just pour it on. Okay. Watch. Just watch. Watch it melt away. Watch it melt away. Watch this, guys. It's freaking insane.
Like, what made you put hot sauce on a hammer to start with?
Come clean. Okay, I'm back. Just to show you. Look. Oh my God.
The amount of people that's sleeping with each other here is ridiculous. Bro, as a male nurse, bro, working in the healthcare field, bro, I promise you, the shit that you see is crazy. Everybody here is sleeping with each other. Everybody, right? And you know what the worst part is? Half these people are married. The married men and female on go. Everybody. Married people sleeping with the married people sleeping with the patients, married people sleeping with
the patient.
Everybody's doing some shit, bro. And it's weird.
A male nurse is going viral for exposing a so-called dirty secret in hospitals. And if this is true, some married people are not going to like this at all. He claims hospital staff are not picking up overtime for the money. They are picking it up to cheat. With coworkers, with patients. He said the night shift is basically relationship dead zone territory. Rings off, vows off, and apparently nobody hides it. And the crazy part? He says it is so normal inside hospitals that workers joke about it like it is part of the job. Now, whether you believe him or not, his video is blowing up everywhere. But if what he is saying is even half true, you might want to ask your partner why they love those extra 12-hour shifts so much.
I mean, I 100% believe in it. My ex-wife, started working in a hospital. I say within 2 years, we were done. And she used to tell me stories when we went on there. And then I used to work in the medical field, not at a hospital, but I used to be around a lot of MAs, a lot of nurses, things like that. And I seen it for me personally, right? I was single and, I had my fun back then. But, within 2 years of her working at the hospital, maybe less, we were done. So I 100% believe in that.
Go and say it, Jelly Roll is dead. That's a clone, that's not Jelly Roll. That's not even the same face that Jelly Roll used to have. Those are not the same tattoos that Jelly Roll used to have. He doesn't even have the same lip anymore once he shaved off the mustache and that beard. That is not the same Jelly Roll. He lost 500 pounds in 2 weeks. That doesn't make any sense. Make that make sense. It doesn't make sense. And he got nominated for every category at the CMAs, the Grammys, and everything again. Who's listening to Jelly Roll? Who's out here just blasting Jelly Roll all the time? Nobody's listening to Jelly Roll anymore, man. They're forcing Jelly Roll on us. It's just like they're forcing diabetes on us and making us eat Dunkin' Donuts every day. Jelly Roll, nobody's listening to Jelly Roll. They're forcing Jelly Roll onto us. That's my prediction. Also, my prediction is they've already switched him out and he's a clone. Mark it down. Jelly Roll is dead.
Are people really listening to music like that too? Like, I don't really listen to music. It's rare when I got music playing. So I can only speak for myself. But, like, from what I see, like, I don't see people really blasting music loud no more, right? Like, when we were young, we used to have the music loud with the windows down. And you don't see that no more. Once in a while, you see, like, a young kid with some music loud. But it's rare. Like, it used to be everywhere, music. Like, are you guys listening to music like that? Like, I think people now are more watching like YouTube videos, or when I'm driving, I got a YouTube video on. Like yesterday, I went to the store. I watch a little Cardinal podcast that goes live every day. Like I had that playing while I was going to, the store. Like, is people really listening to music like that? Music's dead.
It makes sense.
The food system is fucked.
Right.
Big food is fucked. And I refuse to take part of it. I am now going to take charge of what we put in our bodies because I never want our daughters to experience what it felt like to go through infertility or anything, any sort of chronic illness. I don't want food to affect them at all, especially because that would be at the hands of me as their mother.
Most people have Dawn dish soap in their kitchen, and most people also don't know that it disrupts their hormones. It has SLS, dyes, fragrance, and a lot of other endocrine disruptors. Fragrance is bad because companies don't actually have to disclose what is in their fragrance recipe, so you have no idea what you're going to be putting on your body. And SLS is bad because it's a synthetic detergent. It removes a lot of our natural oils from our skin, so if you're using it in your dish soap and it's getting all over your hands, it can lead to dryness and even eczema flare-ups. And then dyes are bad because they're just not meant to be absorbed through our skin, and the only reason that they are in any type of soap is for aesthetic purposes only. I avoid it because I have been in hormonal chaos and I know what that's like, and I also understand the impact that using these types of household ingredients have on your endocrine system, and to me it's just not worth the risk. So it's an easy swap and it's going to make a huge difference when used over the rest of your life. Instead of Dawn, I really like the brand Nature Clean. I also like the brand Attitude.
Can anyone explain to me how I have 2 degrees
I have 2 degrees. Oh, and a certificate. A little extra, right? I'm trying to apply for jobs right now, and the thing is that the only person I have responding to me is a man from a tech company saying, "Hey, you want to answer some customer service problems?"
There's no need even to have a college degree at all.
The whole point of a college degree is to show a potential employer that you showed up someplace 4 years in a row, completed a series of tasks reasonably well and on time. So if he hires you, there's a semi-decent chance that you'll show up there every day and not fuck his business up.
I dated a girl one time who had 2 college degrees. And we're sitting there, we had met, it was a long time ago. And she said, "So what do you have a degree in?" I said, "I don't have a degree." She said, "You don't have a degree?" I said, "No." She said, "How are you planning on making it without a degree?" Ta-da!
There are 2 big things about college that people need to know in 2025. The first one is that only 7.7% of all the jobs in our entire country legally require degrees. People believe that most jobs require degrees, but the thing is, that's just not the case. We've done an analysis at Degree Free that shows it's only 7.7%. And the best evidence for this is that when states roll back unnecessary degree requirements, what they find is they find very similar numbers. In Pennsylvania, Governor Josh Shapiro rolled back unnecessary degree requirements where they were not legally required, and it freed up 92.3% of state jobs. 92.3%. And this is something that's increasingly happening. But even if you look at the numbers from actual job boards, Indeed says only 17.5% of all of their job listings even mention a degree as preferred. ZipRecruiter, it's 14.5% and declining in both. So all of this media about how a college degree is going to be more important and more people are requiring it is just not true. The market doesn't show that. And the second problem is that American teenagers only know 6 to 8 jobs. High schools teach a very limited range of vocational creativity, and they don't teach kids how to think through their actual needs. That's not part of our education system because that does not funnel kids into signing $100,000 bankruptcy exempt loans, which is the entire goal of our current K-12 system. And you're looking at a victim of that exact system in the first clip. This young lady went and bought a bachelor's degree and then bought a master's degree without understanding what she actually needed from her work, and then if she needed to do those things to get the jobs that fit her needs. The jobs are either not going to fit her work environment needs because that's not the type of work she wants to do, or it's not going to pay her enough to make it worth what she spent. But the problem with that is the market value wage didn't change that much while she was doing that, and she didn't research what her career opportunities would be and whether or not she even needed to buy all of those papers in order to apply for the exact same job she's applying for now.
Americans. I mean, that's one thing, a positive thing for our great grandkids that I think might happen is college is going to be dead. I think the next generation, all these parents that went to college now, I don't think they're going to not force, but like push their children into college like maybe their parents did, right? Like push to college. This is how you're going to make it, whatever. I don't think they're going to do that because it's a scam, y'all. You get all this student loan. Like I know somebody that went to school for like 11 years, y'all. 11 years, got into all this debt, and they're making like $4,000 a month. Like think about it. 11 years. Like you could have done something maybe like if I'm going to school for that long, I'm going for a doctor, something like that, right? That's going to pay off. But to make $4,000 a month from 11 years with all this student loan debt, like that's one thing that I think is going to be dead in the future is college. Like they're going to have to change their system up because these student loans, they're scams, y'all.
Wonder why it looks dangerous at night? It's because we've engineered out people on the street. There's a thing called eyes on the street. When there's more people in an area, naturally it tends to be safer. Yeah. Imagine, like, look, there's nobody walking around anywhere. Nobody walks anywhere because they can't.
Only in the hood.
Parking lot.
People are
Central.
outside.
Welcome.
Not only are the shorelines going to come up on the coast, California is a completely failed experiment. I saw that pretty well. It almost looks like cracks in the earth, and all of this water essentially just starts flooding it.
Should we talk about what places to avoid living at?
What I saw was a tremendous amount of flooding, civil unrest on American soil. There are going to be many people who relocate. There will be pockets of safety, and it looked more so in the middle of the U.S., the Dakotas, Nebraska, pockets of Utah. Those were kind of the more safer areas. Arizona Arizona looked pretty underwater. Denver is one of the fastest sinking cities right now, which I
Really?
was shocked. to
What
be
about
honest.
Vegas in the desert?
It's not all gone, but there's going to be parts. You know, you would like to do a time frame, but it's not always like that.
I decrypted the U.S. currency years ago, bills that no one else knew what was on those bills. That is an identical match to the side of the building of the Alfred P. Moore building.
Yeah, we
I'm
all
going to show
did
you
that.
the old $10 bill, or the latest $10 bill. There it is. That's a tidal wave coming over a building with a radioactive sky. The sky is radioactive. There's a nuke in the background. This is tidal wave. This is a building right here, and when I move my hand, you will see this building's reflection in the water. There it is. This is the water right here. Okay, that's the $10 bill. The $100 bill has come out, the new $100 bill. This is urgent, viral, get it out. It's coming, I guarantee it. The prophetic utterance the Lord gave me in 2007, it is, many of those things have already happened. This is the end of it. Get ready.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, the hand of the oppressor has been lifted against you. And out of the sea shall come fire and smoke and a devouring wind. Water as high as the walls of Jerusalem shall cover the city by the sea, and great shall be the destruction of that city.
Here is the new $100 bill. The 10 has been turned upside down. Anyone that watches my ministry should know what that means. Here come contrails of missiles right here. Here's a contrail of missile coming in, exploding. Coming in from this side right here, exploding. The reason I'm showing it to you on this is because once you put it in a higher resolution, it's difficult to see. But with the naked eye, here again is the contrail coming in, missile exploding. This is going to be New York City, and you're going to see the water coming through now after this. Here are the buildings. Here are the buildings right here. See the buildings right here? Okay, you see all this ink right here that makes the unidirectional lines? There's darker ink in certain spots. You'll see it. Okay, these unidirectional lines is movement towards the subject, which is us. As I change the magnification, you're going to see all of this. All of this is going to turn to waves coming in from those nukes that went down, and they're going to be destroying the city. Watch. Here it goes. There it is. See it? See how it changed? See how it gets...
You know what's crazy is that they're all folded the same way. That's what's crazy. It's not like they're folding different ones, different, types of folds, and do this fold here, this fold here. It's like they're all the same folding. You know what I mean? So that's what's crazy.
Seance going on at this fucking park, dude. Yo, these are like lit too. What the fuck?
Oh, hell no.
Yo, they were like just fucking here.
I want to go home. I forgot my pole.
Bro. There's like an actual like meat.
No, this should kind of great.
What the fuck, dude? Yo. Wait, it spells something. Bubble. Oh, wait, isn't it Bezabel or something like that?
This shit's kind of crazy.
Yo, and it's like they're like still lit too. Yo, I don't want to fucking be here anymore, dude. I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck?
What's up? What's up? Listen, if you're in the market to buy a new house, I'll say this, much. Do not buy a house after 2020. You wanna know why? Okay, I'll show you why. Hold on. Most of these houses go up in 4 days. No joke. We pour the foundation. They don't even wait a day for it to cure. Not even a day. I want you to see something real quick. Look at that. Oh, look at how even that is. Yep. Wait a second. No, that's not even the start of it. I mean, I'm going all over this place and see. how far off they are. Look at that. Oh man, I know I'm not buying a house, a brand new house. If you want something good, you gotta do it yourself. I mean, look at that. Oh my, no. No, this is not the kind of quality you want to have. I mean, this is weak at what it is. And all they're gonna do is just slap some cheap drywall over.
Someone's probably gonna say this is
Frustrating
AI,
is that?
but it has been ran through multiple checking softwares that check for digital alteration and AI. This is not AI. Here's a baptism in Brazil. Someone took a picture as they were pouring the water on the little baby's head. And what this image captured is so shocking that it's causing a stir in Brazil right now. People are floored. It's enlivening. People are it's incredible. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at the driplets of water. Someone captured a freaking moment. Is that incredible or what?
I have to blur that little one out.
Is that incredible or freaking what, man? You couldn't make this up. And yet we still are living in a society that's controlled by people who are rebelling against the natural world and against God. It's so funny that we are witnessing, we all know, Hollywood, these major celebrities, and their mock rituals and the demonic stuff that they're put on these shows, and they put on devil horns, and they freaking dance, and it's all satanic. People know that clearly is satanic. Many of them have even said, yes, like, I am a Satanist. That's what they say. But for some reason, you can hear them, you know that they're practicing Satanists, but that doesn't enable you to be thinking that obviously there's the opposite of Satan. If there's Satan, there's God. So if they're practicing Satan worship, it's because there's God. They're rebelling against God, dude. That's why they take him out of schools. They don't teach anything about God in schools anymore. And what also is funny is that the theory of evolution is it's directly opposite of what it says, how the earth was formed and came to be in the Bible. It's like you can't believe in the Bible and believe in evolution. They are diametrically opposed. They say that we came from a fish and that we came from evolution. But could you imagine why a creature would, for example, what evolved first, men or women? Why would a man develop reproductive organs without a woman being involved in the evolution? You know what I'm saying? If you developed these reproductive organs, it makes no sense that you would without the need to reproduce, which you wouldn't have if there wasn't a woman around in the first place. So what came first, man or woman? Did they evolve at the same time? What happens if they evolved reproductive organs 50 miles apart from each other, 100 miles apart from each other? People don't even fathom how ridiculous the theory of evolution really is. What evolved first, plants or animals? Because last I checked, plants need animals to survive, and animals need plants to survive. Did it all evolve at the same time? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more.
Y'all, look, I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody, and RJ's back here sleeping. But there's a man. He walked up from nowhere. He can't see me because the windows, they're like all tinted. But he just keeps walking around. Look. He just walked behind this little container thing. Look, y'all see him?
Ain't waking your man up?
What the hell?
Or RJ? Whoever that is?
But there he goes again. But he like never looks this way. Look, there goes running. What the hell?
That's creepy. Shapeshifter.
Oh, here he comes.
The world fucked up and I'm tired of this shit. Because they just sold me some lab-grown chicken without my consent. And I know this is lab-grown. Somebody literally tried to tell me this was not lab-grown meat. Look at this shit, bro. I did tear it apart to show them, but like, there's no way. Like, do you see how it's like gummy? And it's like, look, this shit is like... I bought this chicken on motherfucking Friday, and what the fuck I did was I got freezer bags and I split it up. I think what it is when you freeze lab-grown meat, I don't think that you can preserve lab-grown. Like, why am I able to do this to my chicken? I done just made chicken nuggets without a motherfucking blender. Now, somebody had the audacity to tell me this is not lab meat. When do chicken be like this? It looks like a book. I can open pages of the fucking chicken. And it's throughout the whole chicken, both pieces. And this the Meyer brand now. There's no way this is a real chicken breast. There's no freaking way this is a real chicken breast. Like, there's no way. Somebody tell me I'm not crazy.
Better wash those
This
hands
is
real
fake
good.
meat. And they really thought I was finna eat this shit. Yeah, so I got ground chicken. We ain't eating that shit. Just so y'all know, I'm not lying. No freezer burn on this. This is the same chicken that came out the pack. And you could even see, if you look closely, you can see the same fibers in the chicken. It ain't been in the freezer for more than 4 days. Now, I'm telling you that. And I remember back in the day, my mom and them used to have freezer in the food for a whole month, and we still used to eat that shit, and it still used to be good. It still used to smell good. This got a little stench to it. It was wrapped up real nice and tight. Look at that. Old school, took the straw, sucked it out, rolled it up. Ain't nothing wrong with this chicken, outside of the fact that it's not real chicken. Thought it was.
Nothing to me more unattractive than a woman with a mouth like that. My personal opinion, right? Put some damn gloves on, some respect for yourself.
We got this button. I'm testing it.
So this rapper, he's finna sign with Polo G's record label, but in his contract it says he can't say the name of Jesus.
Oh, I'm there and I'm looking in the through the deal. I'm just skimming through it. I'm not even caring. I'm trying to where the dotted lines at so I can sign. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So then my homeboy grab it. He like, hold on, before you sign, bro, let me just look through it real quick, bro. Bro, he like, it's like he knew where the page was or something. He was just flipping, bro. He like, stop. He was like, bro, you ain't read this? I said, read what? The thing said you could not say the name, like literally in verbatim, it said you could not say the name Jesus. It didn't say God.
Wow.
It said you cannot say the name Jesus. I forgot what else it said, but it said like or else. Like it was like a threat in there or something. But they'll basically say like they know your family, where they live at, they know who your family is. It's stuff that's in those like dotted lines that we will not read, but it's literally them saying like in my terminology, if you say the name Jesus, you're gonna die, or something gonna happen to you.
It's like I got a feeling Best Buy gonna be the next place that closed down, like Kmart and shit. Their customer service is trash and the prices is way overpriced. Nobody be in this motherfucker. So Best Buy, I'm telling y'all, if this shit ain't closed in the next 3-4 years, I don't know what to say, but Best Buy is not what it used to be.
It's always dead. I went there when I got my camera. I did some research, right? I was like, my camera, it's called a dummy battery, right? So, I can stream right here for 10 hours and my battery will never die. The battery's plugged into my laptop, into the USB. So the battery never dies. It's a dummy battery, right? So I went to, I didn't want to wait 5 days for Amazon. So I was like, let me go to Best Buy. So I went to Best Buy. She didn't even know what it was. Like these people that work at these tech companies, they're not even tech people no more. They're just might as well just work at Walmart. Even at Walmart, you ask them a question and they're like, oh, let me Google it. Like, what is that? But she didn't even know what a dummy battery was. They didn't even have them there. They might have, but she didn't, know what the heck it was. So I ended up having to get it on Amazon. But like, if you're going to work at a tech company, like be tech savvy. That's how it used to be at Best Buy. You can go ask somebody at Best Buy and they're like the geek squad. They knew everything about technology, right? Now they don't, y'all.
Y'all know that Selena Gomez's uncle, Billy Murray, was the owner of the hotel that Kanika was unalived in? And did y'all know that her stepfather was the lead detective on the case? And not to mention Selena's music video, In a Freezer, a frozen fantasy. Not to mention 4 days after Kanika's body was found, Selena Gomez had a transplant. A successful transplant as that. And then not to mention, there was this guy, his name was Zach TV. He was actually doing a bunch of investigating on the case, trying to figure out what happened, this and that. And he's no longer like here. Is that not weird? And Selena Gomez's boyfriend somehow is connected. But the last time I posted on this, y'all told me I was crazy, I was reaching, that normally my content is good, but now it's kind of like out of line. Just go look in the search bar and look it up. And go down that rabbit hole and come back and tell me what you think. Because I did a whole little notes. And it's just crazy that now they're suspecting that Kanika's body had been frozen. And it was thawing out in the trunk of the car. Maybe they were hoping the body wasn't going to get found. Maybe they were hoping it was going to take longer to thaw out, because it's just ironic. 4 days later, Selena Gomez had a transplant. But like I said, y'all, just take your own time, go look it up. Because when you start putting two and two together, it really makes you wonder. Especially considering her uncle is the owner of the hotel and her dad, or her stepdad, was the main detective on the case. I mean, Selena, I'm gonna need you to come to the stand, please.
Venice Beach. The heck is going on out there?
Okay, y'all, we got a problem. This bread is over a year old and looks fresher than we do on a Monday morning.
Okay, we literally got so many breads. They're literally all a year old. Not a single one has molded. And we've got a bunch of different kinds. We've got hot dog buns and bagels, but none of them have mold. They're like, you could tell it's a year old. It's harder than a rock. Some of them are soft.
These, like, they're still soft on the inside. They're squishy. I mean,
so is this. This is super soft.
I mean, and that's like December of 2024. I don't know what we were gonna do with hot dogs around Christmas. Don't ask me that right now. But we have everything from tortillas to flaxseed wraps to lavish bread.
Wow.
Great value, name brand, all of it.
This chick didn't believe me when I told her the bread used to mold when we were kids, like within 3 or 4 days. But like this is concerning. So we're gonna start a series. Does it mold? Like, let us know in the comments. Like, what do you want us to try? Cheese, snacks, Twinkies. We don't know. We don't care. Just drop in the comments. We'll give it a shot.
I'll tell you what, Twinkies ain't never gonna mold. But thinking about it, it's been a while since I've had moldy bread. Now, I've had some moldy bread before in the past, recently, right? But how about you guys? Do you guys get mold? I know cheese molds on me. But what about you guys? Do you guys notice any bread molding? I'm trying to think. Like, I remember I bought like some Hawaiian, they're a Walmart brand, but like the upper echelon Walmart brand hamburger buns that have like onion and poppy seeds on top. Now, I remember I bought those and those molded pretty quick. But I have bought some like keto hamburger buns or something, and I've had them for a while, and they don't mold. And I remember like maybe a year or two ago when I used to buy those, they would mold pretty quick. So I'd have to make sure I ate them. But we have some right now in the cabinet, and they're like 3 weeks old, and they're not moldy. These are like ghost parachuters.
You are not supposed to see this video.
My allergies, y'all.
We as humans are not designed to be able to see the sun for good reason. Now, the mainstream will tell you solar flares, ball of gas and fire and helium or whatever. But let me ask you this. If you didn't know all the BS you were told in school about how the sun works and how it operates, which we know those textbooks are owned by McGraw-Hill, which is owned by Pergamon Press, which is owned by Robert Maxwell, which is Ghislaine Maxwell's dad. So we can imagine they're all propaganda. When you're looking at this footage, what is the energy called that emits from the sun? solar, right? Soul-er. Are we watching souls? Because we know a child is born every minute, every second. Are we watching souls come in and out of a portal to this freaking dimension? Because if you think about it, the sun does give life to all, energy to all life on Earth, right?
Yeah.
Other than the creator, the sun is next on the frickin' list. Without it, it'd be cold. This looks like a fricking organism. It definitely looks sentient and alive. And you do know that every single ancient culture
that does look crazy,
believed
y'all.
the sun to have life force energy, not just give life force energy, but that in it itself is living, is alive, has a consciousness. But many people also believe throughout history, pretty much every culture, that the earth itself was a living, breathing organism that was alive, that had its own consciousness, that has its own. So would it make sense, if that's the case, they believe the earth to be conscious, would the sun be an inanimate object? Or would it also be living? Microcosm, macrocosm. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
That's crazy.
And follow for more.
Hey, maybe I'm slow, but y'all help me understand. What exactly do glasses do to your eye to help you be able to see? Like, I understand that there's reflections and refractions. Now, I'm just thinking out loud. I ain't studied this now. But if I can't see, things are blurry, and I just put this lens in front of my eye, it ain't sitting on my eyeball. It's not inside of my eyeball. I just put it in front of my eyes, and now all of a sudden I can see crystal clear 20/20. How the fuck does that make sense? If it was dirt on my windshield, I would wipe the dirt off my windshield and then I could see. Like, I wouldn't put something on top of the dirt and then be able to see through said dirt or blurry vision. Like, if I had a camera, like on my phone, if the lens of my camera is blurry and I can't see, I wouldn't just put something on top of it so that I can see. I would just wipe the dirt off. Now, what the reason why your vision start going bad is what? Maybe I should study this, but can y'all help me understand this? Because I was just thinking, like, I took my glasses off and I was like, damn, I can't see. But I just put this fucking block of glass in front of my eyes and now I can see with perfect vision? Is this allowing light to hit my eye at a different spot? But when I take it off, my eye light refraction is off? Why the fuck can't I see? And why can't I do something natural about it? Like, I can just put this on and now I can see. That's crazy to me.
Now, you can pay money to have that window wiped of all dirt and blurriness. It's called LASIK. I got LASIK eye surgery, and I'm damn near 20/20. One eye's 20, the other one's right under 20. So I'm damn near 20/20. But it was one of the best decisions I ever made, y'all. Now, it was a lot of money, but that was when I believe I broke up with my ex-wife, or she broke up with me, right? I lived with my parents, so I saved up some money to get the LASIK done while I was living there, but it was a good investment for me. I'd recommend it.
Normal quarter, what we're used to, Washington facing to the left towards In God We Trust. All three of these new quarters, brand new shiny, which this one they made in 2024, facing away from In God We Trust, and he looks a little weird too, but this is the shiniest quarter I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And
Subliminals.
it's essentially brand new, but
This is BS.
I used to really love coffee, but I do not drink it anymore. I recently found out that a lot of the coffee that the United States gets is actually the rejected beans from other countries that their FDA did not approve because of the level of mold within the beans. So, because the United States FDA regulations are so crappy, we get to drink the moldy beans. Is that so great?
Don't ruin
Enjoy your
coffee for me.
Starbucks. I know I will not be enjoying anything from there ever again.
You know, Kevin Hart, I used to sell you ecstasy pills. If you watching this shit, we used to have fun. I used to drop you off in front of Diddy house. Don't act funny now that a is on. I'm on this motherfucker. We need a movie, nigga.
Oh,
you used to be in the motherfucking limo, thizzing hard as a mother. Ooh, looking stupid. Don't act like you don't know me now. I'm on this shit. With me, Kev, and Scissor. On me, I used to go out with Scissor before I fucking went to prison. Before I went to the juvenile hall. Nigga.
Shut the f up.
Yeah,
what age were you?
Shit, I was like 15.
You were 15 dating
Scissor. We used to go to the same.
And she was a regular chick, honestly.
Regular chick, always had ass though.
What?
Yeah, you feel me?
And that's why they say in the Bible, a prophet's got to move out of his hometown. They'll always see you as that no matter what, right? I go to my hometown, they still see me as that paranoid high school kid, right? Even family, they still see you as that. That's why you got to get out of your hometown, y'all. Doesn't got to be out of state. You can move, like, let's just say from Goodyear to Gilbert, from Goodyear to, Mesa to Tempe, something like that, right? You don't got to move out of state. I moved out of state. And boy, has my life changed. I moved out of state. I have a child. I got a child on the way. I got a good business with YouTube. Like, my life changed 110%. But that's why he's talking about she was in high school. This girl's 30 something years old. Not sticking up for them, but I'm just saying that's the mentality of people in your hometown that stay settled in life. They'll always see you as that, right? That guy thinks he made it because he's out of Adam 22 and he's over there exposing. Like, I can't stand that. I can't stand that type of people. You know what I mean? That, remember you used to do this? Don't forget, in high school, you were this. Like, bro, I'm 35 years old now. You know what I mean? But, that's a little gem for you guys. Anyone that's stuck, especially if you have no kids, you got $1 in your pocket, take that leap, y'all. Take that leap. It'll change your life.
Tell me I'm not tripping. This is fucking weird. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? 2028 to 2015?
Traveling.
And it can't be 2015 to 2028 because 2028 hasn't even happened. And then here's 2020.
Charles Manson.
2035 to 2000. Huh? Am I missing something?
Hi, so I never thought that this would be like a real thing, but we are now living at a time when libraries are becoming obsolete. Let me show you what I mean by that. This is my college's library. What is happening right now is they are going completely digital, so they are getting rid of all of the books, and that is kind of terrifying. These are all of the books from the entire library, and they're getting rid of them. And it's scary because this is a college. This is not like, just some random library. This is a college.
Gotta watch this.
Where is Channel 2 at and Channel 4 at when they really supposed to be reporting something, bro? Look at this, bro. This is in the middle of Highland Park, bro, on Woodward. They doing praise and worship, bro. All these people on the steps, bro. They ain't worried about none of y'all. They know God got them. You not about to come get them off these steps. None of that. This is the most gangster display I seen in the city. They out here in the middle of Woodward, bro. Deep like this, repping for God, cuz. Where is Channel 2 and Channel 4 at, bro? Wow, this is dope.
The fire of revival is spreading all over the world. If you want to see more of it, make sure to follow.
Now, they won't promote that, but I guarantee Channel 2 or whatever, Channel 5, he said, when it's Halloween, they'll show that house with all the decorations, giving out all this hot dogs, popcorn, drinks for adults. Come to this house. It's full of, I guarantee they show that because I know they did here where I'm at. They had those live on display, but they'll never show that.
Told me you worked at Dr. Pepper, y'all had to like wear hazmat suits for the fucking. You want to talk about conspiracy
that was
theories? What is
that
that
was the
shit?
$19 job. Dr.
Why y'all
Pepper,
wearing?
if I can say, is the absolute worst soda you can drink.
I love Dr. Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper.
It has phosphoric acid. People don't know that is an element on the table that you should not, on the periodic table, that you should not ever consume. We had to wear hazmat suits because if it spilled on us, it would burn holes in our skin. So the fact that they are pouring that shit in the shit that y'all drink is, I've never had a Dr. Pepper since working there.
Do you drink any sodas now?
No. I drink green tea. Well, let me not lie. I'll take a sip of a Sprite just to get that throat burn. But what I do now is I get a Topo Chico and I get those little flavorings. I gotta be somewhere. I ain't gonna drink a soda, but I get Topo Chico for the throat burn. But they're nasty. But so I have to add like the little flavoring shit. That's my soda. But my skin, eating right too, like.
Yeah, I always end up like drinking a couple fucking sips.
I know. Are you guys soda drinkers? I have never been a soda drinker. Thank the Lord. Because if I drink soda, I'd probably be like 300 pounds right now if I drink soda. Because I'm an addict, y'all. I'm an addict with everything. Like if I eat overeat. I overdo everything, right? Thankfully, I don't drink soda. Now, I love my sparkling waters. Like those Topo Chicos, they're expensive, so I don't really get them. I get them on a road trip, right? If we're driving, like that's my choice of drink after the coffee is a nice sparkling water. I love sparkling waters, and I haven't been drinking those non-alcohol beers no more. I bought a 6 pack like a week or two, like 2 weeks ago. I had them, and I'm like, they just don't do it for me no more. The sparkling waters do it for me now. So if I'm not drinking sparkling water, I'm drinking some water, y'all. 9 times out of 10, or some coffee in the morning.
In them, but why does it feel like Mr. Beast is in the Epstein files somewhere? They say that your eyes are the windows to the soul, and when I look at Mr. Beast through a screen, never met him in real life, though we are both North Carolinians, I can't grasp that he's a real person. He seems like just a shell of a human being. Something's not right about that man, and I don't know what it is. It has nothing to do with Epstein. But something's not right about that man.
We think it gets dark earlier now, but nothing changed. Nothing changed. The sun rises and sets the same every single day. Nothing changes but our perception of the time. We have lost an hour. We gained an hour of time. We gained an hour. Now the sun's going to set earlier. No, it doesn't. It sets the same every single day, but our perception, now we're perceiving it to set sooner, to get dark sooner. It's a mind, bro. It's a mind fuck, bro. It's crazy.
We live in a simulation. I was just looking out this window, and I'm like, I'm gonna get my camera because cars are gonna start to appear. Because no one's watching. I'm watching it through these cameras, no cars. But now that the world knows that I'm actually watching, cars are just gonna start to appear out of nowhere. Just watch. It's gonna come any minute now. A car's gonna drive up to that store and pump some gas. Any minute now, guys. Any minute now. I know it is. I think I need to go under here. Any minuto. No pussies. Oh, there it is. Train. I knew it. Saw it here first, guys. Oh, you heard it here first, guys.
So we all know they're getting rid of cash, right? And we either boycott the places like Starbucks that are telling us that we can no longer use cash, or we can do what this guy did. And he's kind of my hero today. It's the best video I've seen in like months.
I'm gonna buy some strawberries, and I'm offering exactly the right amount of money here on the help desk.
Now, just to remind you, he is paying the exact right amount of money on the help desk, which is what the Brits call, the cashier register table. This is one of those stores where you at some point will be scanning with our forehead and our wrist. But right now, it's just, he can't take it. He's given a huge announcement that he's paying the exact right amount for the strawberries, and he's walking right through the barriers that aren't supposed to allow you to leave. Oh my God, if we all just did this.
So you people take that money, £1.90, and I will take my strawberries outside. If you want to call the police,
you can't take that.
call the police.
Police is on their way. You can't take that. Police is on their way. You can't take that.
I paid by legal tender.
No, don't break the door. Do not break the door.
That's crazy.
I paid by legal tender, and I am going out with my strawberries. And I'm going to let them. I paid by legal tender in this dystopian place.
The wheelchair is clapping, and I'm clapping, and we should all be clapping because this is what we should be doing. Good job, dude. Hero of the day.
I paid by legal tender in this dystopian place.
I mean, just a month ago, they wouldn't have batted an eye. Wouldn't have batted an eye. All right, have a good day, sir. Enjoy your strawberries. And then a month later on TV or a political thing, they say this is no longer any good because we say so. And now they're making a big old uproar about it, man. We need to make some change. We need to stand up, y'all. We need to stand up to this nonsense.
Finding out that like all appetizers are just from Cisco. I've worked in probably 15 different restaurants and I've seen the same boxes at every one of them. Different states, doesn't matter. It doesn't explicitly say on the menu like cheese from this farm, greens from this farm, from this place. If it's not being advertised that it's local, it's probably from Gordon Foods, Cisco, Chef's Warehouse, Restaurant Depot, one of the things. Not just fried apps, which are definitely the most common things that are bought through Cisco, but desserts, because they don't want to pay for a pastry chef, breads, because they don't want to pay for a baker. Also, a lot of soups, sauces, ranch bases, pretty much anything that they can cheap out on, they will cheap out on. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It would be nice if restaurants had all this kind of money to spend on local farms and support their local economy. And, you know, we all eat really great food from these local farms, but a good chef knows how to take cheap ingredients, turn them into something good, or you can use the cheap ingredients and highlight something better, save your money in certain places in order to buy something really good, really ethical, and really delicious. But it's the unfortunate truth of the restaurant industry. Same thing for bartending. A lot of places use mixes that are all from the same place. All gonna taste the same.
I mean, even if they could spend and get locally, they wouldn't. It's a profit. We're a profit country, y'all. But anyways, y'all, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you made it this far, y'all know what to do. Leave that like, comment, and subscribe. It's early, y'all. Woke up today, was like, you know what? Well, this week Mama Bear's off, and then like in mid-December, she's gonna be taking off some time from work, right? So this week I get to get after it. I'm big on routine, y'all. I'm big on routine. I cannot wait until mid-December when she's off so I can really get on a routine. But today I was like, you know what? I'm waking up at 5, 6 in the morning. I'm in here getting my videos done. Second channel is going to be up. We're doing Disneyland prices, how they're so crazy and how people are going into debt to go to Disneyland. That's going to be on the second channel. Link down below, Segovia Reacts 2.0. And that's what we're going to be doing right after this. Probably do some TikToks. And but anyways, like, I'm big on routine, y'all. I like to wake up at the same time, get to work at the same time. You know, today I got to go out there. Today's project is wash the cars. Got 2 cars. It's been raining on and off, so I think it's going to be pretty clear from here on out. So I get to go outside, wash the vehicles this afternoon because it's cold right now in the morning. So I'll wait till the afternoon, get the cars washed, go on my hike later. And, you know, that's what we're going to do. I might start live streaming. Like yesterday when I went on my hike, y'all, I had a good conversation with myself. I had a great conversation with myself. And I'm like, damn, I would like to live stream this. If I live stream it, I might have to create like a 3rd channel because I'm telling you, I can't live stream me going hiking on this channel because it'll just ruin the algorithm. I can't do it on my 2nd channel, ruin the algorithm. So I might have to just create like a 3rd channel, which I already have. It's like Segovia Reacts Clips, but I might change it to like Segovia Live or something. And that'll just be where I go live. Like I'll go live on my hike. I'll go live when I just go to the grocery store to go pick up some things, right? But yesterday when I was hiking, I just had a good, positive conversation with myself. And I feel like, man, I wish I could put this out to the world. Like I was dropping some gems, right? So I might have to start doing that. If I do, I will be sure to let you guys know. So if you want, you can go react or subscribe to my Segovia Reacts Clips. I'm probably going to change the name like to Segovia Live, where I go live and all that. So if you guys are interested in that, that'll be down below too. But that's what I'm doing today, y'all, washing my cars. Tomorrow we'll probably decorate the front yard for Christmas. And that's it, y'all. That's Segovia's day today. A nice car wash, a nice hike, and that'll call it a day, y'all. So I hope everyone out there has a good day. Hope you're having a good day. This is Segovia signing out of the Man Cave. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.